Hello, guys. So, there's been some updates recently to the formatting in Google Forms, and I wanted to show you a couple of things. I'm going to use this form that we created for our Future Ready Friday focus group just to show you some of these new tricks that you can use. It might be also helpful to talk to the math department. All of our math teachers use an extension called Equatio that will help them input answers that are appropriate for their math curriculum on forms. I'll show you a tiny bit, but for further information, I would check with them. They are our experts. Okay, so let's look. There's a couple of options. You can change headings and your descriptions, the font and whatnot. So right now you can see I just have a basic font. I do have the option of making it bold, making it in italics. I can underline it if I want to. I can also hyperlink it. So if I wanted it to go to something in particular, so for instance, if I wanted to maybe link the FRF to our Future Ready Friday page, I could come over here, copy, come back over here, click the insert link. I could then paste and hit OK. And now that website is linked within the form. I can also link it to a doc or another form or a slideshow or anything that I might want the students to have access to directly in the form. Okay. If suddenly I don't need that and I don't really need it on this form, I can just remove the link. Okay. So there are a couple things you can do, very, very basic, but maybe you don't like this particular font or you want to change up more. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to come up here to the customized theme. It's the little artist palette. This is the new update. You can come over here and change the font type and you can change the font size. So I can look and scroll through all the fonts and change it. I can make it smaller if I want to. There's lots of options there now. So you don't have to stick necessarily with just whatever default font that they give you. Okay. So there's that. I can also change these as well. But before we do that, one thing you got in here that you may not have realized is you do have the option of bulleting and numbering things. So if I wanted to, I could bullet these questions I'm highlighting. That is a newer option. It didn't give you bulleting and numbered list last year when you were making forms. So that's an option. Or again, I can come up to customize theme and I can change that as well. Okay. One other thing, you can come down to the questions. So where it says your Career Tech Lab, again, questions I can change to a different font. One thing I did want to point out to you guys is there is a font that is really great for our students that have trouble reading digitally or have issues with dyslexia, and that is the font called LexEnd. LexEnd. This is a good font choice for our kiddos that have difficulty reading, especially in a digital platform. It's easier on the eye, and it's been known to help those with troubles reading digitally or that need have issues with dyslexia. So again, that was LexEnd. If you're looking for a default font of your own, I would go to LexEnd. Okay. You can also change, the font of your text for the question, but not necessarily here on your answers. Okay. So you can change it to, again, any of these fonts, but there's something very specific. Formatting is a little annoying in the answers. So they gave an example on another website of something you could do to input an answer that is not It's not limited to certain formatting issues. Okay, so I'm gonna actually add a question. Okay, so I'm gonna put which citation is formatted properly in APA. Okay, so one thing I could do if I have it properly, let me dismiss that. If I have it properly formatted on another page, I could just take a screenshot and save my screenshot. And then over here for an answer, I can embed that screenshot as an image. And then I could do it with the next two as well. The only problem with this is sometimes those screenshots are very, very small. So when you're on here, I actually probably should have enlarged it and then taken a screenshot. So it's a little bit easier for the kiddo to see because that is rather small. So let's see what that looks like. And it's still pretty small. So I guess it depends on what you want precisely to put in here. It may transfer nicely how you want it here. If it's a math question and you want to do a fraction, but you don't want to do a screenshot, you could download Equatio. And if you have, for instance, a fraction that it won't let you do in here, you could go ahead and insert it. And there you go. So now you have a fraction. Equatio works nicely, not just for math, but it can also do any rich text formatting for you as well. Okay. If someone knows how to make these screenshots bigger, give me a holler because now I'm thinking, I wonder if there's a way to make those larger. I'll do more research on that. But I did want to highlight because you used to be so limited on your font and your font type and your font size. Still can't change the font color, but you can change the font type and size. So if you have any input, feedback, you've done this, or you know a way to do it better, let me know. Okay, so here are some fun font features. Good luck and happy creating.